my name is Alexandra Mattison, and today we're going to do the behind the scenes video for Ali and the Rhino. So I brought along my rhino companion. I'm gonna try keep him in the video, but you might just see his horn or horns. Okay, so I started volunteering at Care for Wild in 2019. It feels like so long ago, but it really wasn't, hey? It kind of started when my mom saw a post of them on Instagram with regards to Arthur. I don't know if you know about Arthur's story, but I'll try and add a link to his story in the little menu thing. Anyway, so I saw a post on him and from my mom, and I went onto their website and I saw that they had a whole volunteering program, and I was like, I have to do this. This is it. This is the action that I've been wanting to do with regards to giving back, like the physical action, and I sent through my application and it got accepted, and I went, and it was the most amazing experience. One of the many amazing experiences in my life, but definitely one that does stand out for me. And being there with them and being able to contribute with regards to taking care of them, it means so much to me, as well as being there to support the staff who do this every day, and also meeting new people, like-minded people. It really was an amazing journey, one that I would never give up. If I could do it all again, I would do it all again. And then I went again I spent Christmas and New Year there, and I'd done a little fundraiser amongst family, friends and co-workers, and we bought some gear for them, and I drove through with all of it in my car and delivered it on Christmas Day, and then I volunteered over all the way through to the 1st of January 2020. So it was quite an experience being there for Christmas and New Year. It was also so awesome to see everyone again and to meet new people. And then COVID obviously hit. And luckily, when we went from level 5 lockdown to level 4, if you had the papers, you could cross borders. So, okay, it's not quite a border, but like provinces even. You couldn't cross provinces, but luckily with the papers that Care for Wild were able to give me, I was able to do that, and I embarked on my journey. So excited to finally leave the house and be in nature. And also felt super official with all the letters and things. But anyway, no one stopped me and asked them, but I had them. And it was just so amazing that when they were also open for to have volunteers again, I was one of the first to go. So that was such an awesome thing, really, to be considered by them. And I'm definitely hoping to get back there. I have to go at least once this year. But we will see when I can. I'm hoping it is soon. But anyway, let's get back into this. So this is the second book that I wrote. I actually think I wrote it the same day that I wrote Russell and the Whales. So it wasn't like too far apart. But I did write it after Russell and the Whale. But anyway, and then with regards to the illustrations, let's see, as I said, I dated them. I illustrated Ali and the Rhino in March this year. And I think the only delay was just figuring out how I was going to draw them, basically. I absolutely love rhinos. They're definitely such a passion for me. And supporting Care for Wild is just something that I am so passionate about. And just a little background, like, their programs are not just about the rhinos. Obviously that is their main thing, but they have educational programs, they support communities, they help with employment within the community that surrounds where they are, so what they are doing is just, it's so encompassing, it is so broad, and it just brings so many people together and creates this whole little, if I could say, ecosystem. And it's so amazing. And that's why I just love everything that they do, and I support everything that they do. And in any way that I can, I do want to support them. So let's get started. So this book, I wrote it as much for myself as for everyone that volunteers and gives back, and the carers and the people who go into the bush and find the babies after their mums have been poached, and from the vets, everyone, everyone involved with regards to saving these species, to the rehabilitation, to the releasing, everyone. Like, this book is something that I wanted to give to everyone, like, involved. This is just such a special thing for me. So sorry, let's get into it. So just like the Antarctica video, I basically looked at a picture of Africa, and then I kind of free drew it, just sketched it from the picture. So it's not perfect, and I like that it's not perfect. That is just how I am. With regards to my second image in the book, where you can see the little baby in the bushes all scared. You see, I have many attempts at these sorts of things till I figure out exactly what I want to do. So that was the first attempt at it. And then I was like, nope, this isn't going to work for me. And then I came up to this one. And then I decided, nope, this one. This is it. This one is it. And you can see, I know in the PDF, if you zoom in on the PDF, you'll be able to see it, but it's not quite that evident. But his little leggies are shaking. So that's what those lines are like. I don't know if you can see that. Like these squigglies. Squiggly lines there. So his little legs are trembling because he's scared. Like, a human hurt his mom, and now he sees this little girl, and he's wondering if the little girl's gonna hurt him, And if you follow Care for Wild and any of the rhino orphanages, that's one of the main things that they have to basically overcome with these babies when they come in, or even the older calves, or even adults, because some sanctuaries have taken in adults now. They need to learn that even though a human has hurt them or their family, or these humans are different. And that can take time. That can take time for them to realize that where they are now, they are safe, they are loved. And yeah, that in itself is a journey to overcome that trauma that they've experienced. So you can see here also the skid marks, trying to figure out where I was going to put the different paw prints, also figuring out how to draw the paw prints. Oh, yeah. Ow, just giving myself a paper cut, guys. Okay. And then I was trying to figure out how to draw the little one as well. So you see, that was one of my first attempts before I had drawn that other one where he was in the bushes. I drew him first. And this is just, how can I say, like kind of like an ode, or I don't even know how to put it, but it's just like, this is kind of what happens with the babies, the ones that are old enough, where when their mommy is attacked, they get scared and they run. The very little babies, when their mom gets attacked, they generally stay with mom, just because they don't know what else to do. So this is representing a baby that's old enough and ran away. And when they run away, they can become prey for carnivores like hyenas and things. So that's why he has a little bit missing in his ear. He's got some scrapes and bruises from running in the bush. And also they can get injuries from like hyenas and stuff when they're being chased and everything. Then I think I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to do a part 2. Okay, so this is the end of part 1. Thank you for listening, and click over to part 2. Thank you.